Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Full disclosure, I'm an atheist. So when I hear people talking about God-given rights, I'm very skeptical of that. I don't think that a non-existent being can bestow any rights. Besides that, if an all-powerful creature like God did bestow us, is the source of our rights, then everybody would have the same rights all over the world. And this is obviously not the case. People's rights vary from country to country. And if you're a woman, well, it's even worse. The way people have gotten their rights is that they stood up for them, that they took their rights, that they demanded their rights. Whether it was the American Revolution, the French Revolution, or any other movement in any other country. The Magna Carta, which is one of the first statements of human rights in history, was forced on the king by the people. As a matter of fact, the historical narrative has it that the king was so angry about being forced to sign that document that he actually ate grass and splinters and wood and shit like that. The reason why Russians have fewer rights than we do here in the United States is because they went directly from the Tsars to a dictatorship. And then when they finally actually got an elective government, they couldn't handle it. So they have moved back to a dictatorship again. Even though they elect him, it's still a dictatorship. And they still have fewer rights than we do. Fewer rights than they could have if they stood up for them. And dictators and kings have never been in favor of human rights. And neither has God. Look at all the sacred books. They're not about the rights of the people. There's no mention of the rights of the people in any sacred book. It's all about what God wants them to do. And freedom of religion? Well, that's the last thing God had in mind. As a matter of fact, depending on which sacred book you're reading, God is usually calling on his followers to kill the followers of other gods. There's no mention about tolerance. There's no mention about respect. The first people who actually talk about God-given rights were kings, who insisted that God gave them the right to control everybody else. In short, your rights don't come from God. They don't come from the state. You have rights because your ancestors rose up and took them. They fought and they died for them. But that battle is not over. That battle continues to this very day. And the only effective way of defending your rights is by defending the rights of others. If you're okay with the rights being taken away from some minority, whether it's Jews or blacks or Muslims, if you're okay with them not having their full rights, eventually you'll surrender yours. And believe me, God won't do anything to help you keep them. Thanks for listening.